I'm doomed, I'm doomed, I'm doomed.
Lin Wanqing.
Master Chen, I didn't mean it. I really didn't.
Do you have any idea what that was? A blue and white porcelain from the Imperial Kiln. You couldn't pay for it even if I sold you. It's supposed to hurt. So you'll learn your lesson.
Ouch, that fall nearly ended me. This stupid girl has a strong grip.
Wait, the fragments are talking?
Did one slap turn you into an idiot? I'm telling you, this vase is worth $80,000, and I'll deduct it from your pay until you're gone.
80,000. What a load of lies. I'm clearly a fake from a common kiln. This old man bought me for 1,500, yet he lies and says I'm imperial porcelain. His heart is darker than my glaze.
Bought for 1,500, but he lied and said 80,000. That old fox. Master Chen, is this vase really from the Imperial Kiln?
Are you questioning me? 3 years ago, when your grandmother was dying, who advanced you 2 years of salary? Now that you're independent, you want to back out?
Sigh, this poor girl. 3 years ago, old Ghost Chen deliberately set a trap in the contract. The $80,000 advanced had high interest, and now it's probably up to $200,000.
What, trying to steal to pay your debt? Lin Wanqing, when your grandmother was still here, me not kicking you out was a huge favor. Be smart and just keep working, and you'll be clear in 20 years.
Master Chen, I know I was wrong. I will pay for this vase.
Humph. Smart move. Clean up the shards. If one item is missing tonight, you'll pay the price.
Grandmother, what exactly is this jade pendant you left me?
Girl, that's a bloodline legacy that can see through bone. Your grandmother, Lin Suen, 40 years ago, was the only expert in this trade who could identify truth by sound. I didn't expect her to let the jade stay hidden, rather than tell you the truth.
Grandma, what is this jade pendant you left me?
Girl, that's a bloodline legacy that sees through to the bone. Your grandma Lin Suen, 40 years ago, I didn't expect her to let the jade gather dust, rather than tell you the truth.
My grandma. She was an appraiser?
More than that. Back in the capital's Liu Lichang, who didn't know the name Lin Bansheng? It's a pity. Never mind. Ask her yourself when the time comes. Now, pick up those fragments.
Senior Copper Sensor. May I call you that?
My real name is Xuande Sky Pointing Ear Sensor. I entered the palace during the Zhengtong era, and ended up among the people during the Jiajing era. Just call me Old Xuan. There are 47 antiques in this shop, including me. Only 6 can talk. The rest are just objects.
Old Xuan. The fragment just said. This vase is a common kiln fake. Master Chen bought it for $1,500, right?
Exactly. The receipt is in his office, in the 3rd drawer's hidden layer, kept with a pile of fake ledgers. What? You're planning to...
For 3 years, he tricked me into predatory loans, scammed me with fake antiques, and even slapped me. It's time I settle the score with him. Old Xuan, since I can hear antiques talk. Then the items in this shop, which are real and which are fake, can I know them all?
Theoretically, yes. But girl, I must remind you, this industry is dangerous. Old Ghost Chen is heartless, but the person backing him is second manager Zhao Sanjin of Tianbao Pavilion. If you want to turn against him, you must be fully prepared.
Right, Miss Lin. I was out of line just now, please don't mind me. I'm willing to make up for it. I know all the fakes in this shop. I'll list them for you.
Fine. Tell me first, the enamel snuff bottle on the shelf across from us, is it real or fake?
Fake. A Republic-era replica. Under a magnifying glass, the bubbles on the glaze are uneven. The real one is in Palace Museum.
This power is incredible. What about that bamboo painting signed by Zheng Bangqiao in the corner?
The paper is from the Qing dynasty, the ink is from the Qing dynasty, but the brushwork is wrong. It was painted by Zheng Bangqiao's student, so it's only half authentic.
47 antiques, 6 can talk. Which means at least 41 items are modern fakes or lifeless objects.
More than that, Shiguang Pavilion, the truly valuable things, are locked in the basement safe. Old Ghost Chen never displays them. What you need to do now is get those fake ledgers and receipts and secure your own contract first.
I understand. I'll find a chance during inventory tonight.
Boss Chen, are you there? I have an ancestral treasure. I need money and want you to take a look.
Please, come in. What treasure? Let me see it.
Miss Lin, that box has the real deal. I can smell it. It's at least an official Ming kiln piece.
Not good. These two smell of fresh earth. They are grave robbers. Girl, don't go out. These people are dangerous.
This is Yuan blue and white porcelain. Gentlemen, where did this come from?
None of your business. Just say if you'll buy it. $300,000 cash. We want it right now.
Yuan blue and white is indeed valuable. But these are rare on the market, and selling it is risky. I'll offer $80,000 at most.
Are you treating us like beggars?
$150,000. Any lower and we'll go elsewhere.
Old Xuan, how much is that jar really worth?
If it's authentic, a Yuan blue and white jar with the Guiguzi descending the mountain motif sold at Christie's in 2005 for $230 million. Girl, something isn't right. Grave robbers, how could they bring a national treasure like this to a small roadside shop to sell?
Unless they just got it and haven't found a buyer yet. Or it's a complete fake, meant to scam Master Chen. Swipian, tell me the truth. Is that jar real?
I can't see it clearly from this far away. But the aura definitely smells ancient enough.
$1,327 years. I've waited in the dirt for 1,327 years. Finally seeing the light of day again. I've waited underground for 1,327 years. Finally seeing the light of day. But I never expected that the first people I'd meet would be thieves again. Those two aren't grave robbers. They are robbers. Last night at the Provincial Museum warehouse, the guard, old Zhu, was severely injured by them. I am a loaned relic, due to be shipped back to the Forbidden City tomorrow, but they snatched me, and I ended up here.
Stealing a top-tier national relic and hurting someone. These two aren't just grave robbers, they are desperate criminals.
$120,000, final price. If not, you two can go elsewhere.
Master Chen.
What are you doing out here? Get back and check the stock.
I accidentally hit the wrong button and made a call, but I hung up quickly. However, the police seem to have picked up for 30 seconds. Master Chen, does this count as a false alarm? Should I call back and explain?
You witch, you.
Boss, move. They'll track us fast.
If you hurt me, it's just assault. But stealing a national relic and injuring museum staff is a felony with at least 10 years. Both your faces were caught. Do you think you can escape?
Miss, we were forced into this. We have gambling debts.
Tell it to the police. Master Chen, you should get ready too. For 3 years of lies, we'll settle the score later.
You.
Old Xuan, help me remember the location of every fake. Starting today, I'm going to tear this crooked shop apart, piece by piece.
As expected of Lin Suwen's granddaughter, you have the exact same temperament.
Your grandmother didn't die of illness.
What did you say?
Before she was gone, she went to the Tianbao Pavilion headquarters, and the person she met was the current president of the Capital Appraisal Association, Shen Wanjun. I've said my piece. Investigate all you want, but I'm warning you, don't. If you do, you won't last long.
Grandma met Shen Wanjun before she died? That man on TV who always acts like a righteous titan of the appraisal world? Master Chen, you think I'd believe that?
Police.
Master Chen, you think I'd believe that?
Police. Who is the owner? These two are suspects in a robbery and assault. We need to access your surveillance footage. And this young lady, did you call 911?
I did, and it wasn't a false alarm. I'm reporting this shop owner for contract fraud, predatory loans, and assault, as well as selling fake antiques to defraud consumers.
Officer, don't listen to her nonsense. She's my employee who's been trying to dodge her debts. And now that she's caught, she's framing me.
Officer, in the hidden layer of his third office drawer, there are fake ledgers and data. That vase that just broke, he bought it for $1,500 as a replica, but told me it was a rare imperial kiln piece, valued at $80,000, to force me into a debt agreement. That is fraud. As for the assault, this slap, 'tis on the security cameras.
Captain, there is a ledger in the drawer, and at first glance, these accounts are a mess.
You can't do this. I know you're chief.
It doesn't matter who you know. Please come with us. Miss, you'll need to come give a statement, too.
Officer, that item was stolen from the museum. It's a top-tier national relic.
You witch, shut your mouth.
Command Center, Funing Street Shiguang Pavilion. We found the suspected stolen relic, requesting experts and a lockdown on site.
Old Schwen, are you still there?
Yes, but we're far apart, so the signal is weak. But as long as you have the jade, you can talk to me anytime. Girl, that was a nice move.
Master Chen just said, my grandma saw Shen Wanjun before she passed. Old Schwen, have you heard of this person?
40 years ago, Shen Wanjun was your grandma's junior fellow disciple. They studied under the same master, learning the art of appraisal. Then something happened, and your grandma suddenly left Liulichang, moving to a small town to hide. Shen Wanjun rose to the top, and is now the ultimate authority in the field. Girl, old Ghost Chen was hinting at something. I'm afraid your grandmother's passing wasn't that simple.
My grandmother never had an easy life. She was in critical condition 3 years ago, and I couldn't even afford her medical bills. I had to ask Master Chen for a salary advance. If someone was actually behind her death, no matter who it is, I'll make them pay the price.
Young lady.
Senior, you mentioned a secret earlier?
I know something about what old Ghost Chen just said. 3 years ago, when I was still in the Forbidden City warehouse, I heard a Qing Dynasty sandalwood box mention it. He was your grandmother's personal item back then. Later, he was taken by Shen Wanjun and locked in a secret room at the Tianbao Pavilion headquarters. Inside that wooden box lies the evidence of your grandmother's murder. Find him. You must find him.
Grandmother's sandalwood box is locked in the Tianbao Pavilion headquarters secret room. Tianbao Pavilion is the power behind Master Chen, and the second manager Zhao Sanjin of Tianbao Pavilion is the name Old Schwen just mentioned.
Miss Lin, the car is ready. Please come back to the station with us to make a detailed statement.
Okay. 3 years. I've worked here for 3 years, cheated, exploited, and slapped around. Today, they'll pay for everything. Grandmother, the skills you left me, I will put them to good use. The path you left unfinished, I will continue to walk it.
Miss Lin, Chen Guofu is Master Chen, and he's currently facing many charges. Contract fraud, predatory lending, and selling fake antiques. The evidence for these is solid, but he flatly denies hitting you, claiming it was an accident. Check the statement and sign if there are no issues.
Officer, I'd like to ask, has the yuan blue and white jar been identified?
Yes. It's the borrowed relic stolen from Shenbo last night, number 1173, the Guiguzi Descending the Mountain Jar, a top-tier national treasure. 2 suspects have been transferred to the City Bureau. You did a great job this time. But Miss Lin, I have to warn you. Chen Guofu just said in the interrogation room that his boss won't let you off. Watch your back.
Thank you, officer. Am I free to go?
Yes. We'll contact you if anything comes up.
Yeah, Master Chen got caught. I haven't even been paid this month. I only have $123 left. I don't even know what I'll eat tomorrow. Old Xuan said this ability is called bone-reading vision. I think he's right. 40 years ago in this industry, one could make a name for Lin Banqing with it. So there's no way. I'm going to shame my ancestors. Hello?
Miss Lin Wanqing. I am Zhao Sanjin from Tianbao Pavilion's second manager.
Manager Zhao is quite well informed.
That loser, Chen Guofu, deserved to get caught for breaking the law. Tianbao Pavilion only had a standard supplier relationship with him. His actions have nothing to do with us. Don't misunderstand, Miss Lin. However, I heard you helped the police recover a national treasure tonight. You have a good eye, Miss Lin. Interested in visiting Tianbao Pavilion? We're looking for a talented young person like you. Are you interested in visiting Tianbao Pavilion? We are looking for a talented young person like you.
Manager Zhao thinks too highly of me. I'm just an employee. I know nothing about appraising treasures.
You don't know? Then how did you spot that yuan blue and white porcelain? Miss Lin, let's be honest with each other. How much of Grandma Lin's and Lin Suwen's skills have you actually mastered? I'm not sure, but I do know your grandmother left something at Tianbao Pavilion back then. If you're willing to come, I might consider returning it to you.
What is it?
Tomorrow afternoon at 3, 3rd floor of Tianbao Pavilion headquarters. I'll wait for you. If you come, we can talk. If not, what happened to Chen Guofu will be your warning.
Zhao Sanjin knows my grandmother, and he knows my appraisal skills. He has my grandmother's sandalwood box. He's using Master Chen to threaten me. This is a trap, but I have to go. This is a trap, but I have to go. That box has evidence of Grandma's death.
Girl, I'll wait for you by the police station. I just spoke with old Abacus inside. He said Zhao Sanjin is a two-faced snake. 40 years ago, it was him, along with your grandma's master, who forced her out of the appraisal world.
Then I have even more reason to go. Old Xuan, I need your help with tomorrow's setup.
My old bones can only do so much from a distance. Inside the Tianbao Pavilion headquarters, surrounded by antiques, information travels fast. I'll be your strategist then.
Fine. Tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon, Tianbao Pavilion. Grandma, tomorrow I'll find out. What exactly happened to you back then? Old Xuan, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Girl, I was just talking to the stone lions at the entrance. They said many people came to Tianbao Pavilion today. The VIP room on the 3rd floor has been busy since this morning.
What kind of guests?
The lions couldn't see their faces, but they recognized the status. One group arrived in a black Audi with a capital city license plate, followed by a provincial museum car.
People from the Provincial Museum? Are they here for the yuan blue and white jar? Or do they already know Zhao Sanjin? Never mind, let's go in.
Hello, do you have an appointment?
Chao Sanjin and Manager Xiao invited me for 3 o'clock.
Are you Miss Lin Wan King? Manager Zhao left instructions. Please take the elevator to the 3rd floor. The first room on the right. Tingyu Pavilion. This is a temporary pass. You'll need to swipe it to access the 3rd floor.
Oh, so this is Lin Suwen's granddaughter. She really does look like her. Too bad she's a lamb walking into a tiger's den without knowing it.
Sir, what do you mean by that?
The trap on the 3rd floor was set last night. Zhao Sanjin didn't invite you here for tea. He wants your jade pendant and your life. That's all I have to say. This building is full of Shen Wanjun's spies, so watch yourself.
He wants my jade pendant, and he wants me gone. Zhao Sanjin, you're even greedier than I thought.
Girl, that bottle was right. There are at least 100 talking relics in this building, but in that moment, they all went silent. Someone is watching you.
Old Xuan, once we're inside, listen closely for me. If the sandalwood box is on the 3rd floor, he must have known my grandmother.
Don't worry. As long as it's an antique, I can strike up a conversation. Just stay calm and don't show any fear.
This man, Li Jiangguo, Grandma's primary doctor. Why is he here?
Miss Lin, what a coincidence. It's been 3 years since your grandmother passed, and I've been trying to reach you. I still have some of her belongings to give you.
Dr. Li? The hospital where you treated my grandmother is in Jiangnan, so why are you in the capital?
An academic exchange. Manager Zhao is an old friend of my brother-in-law, so I stopped by to visit. Manager Zhao is waiting for you. Please come in.
Grandma's primary doctor is the brother-in-law of Tianbao Pavilion's second manager. 3 years ago, when Grandma was critical, Li Jiangguo was her doctor. After she was gone, her body was cremated that same day, without even an autopsy. Fine. Thank you for your help, Dr. Li.
Miss Lin, it's an honor, a great honor. The granddaughter of old Mr. Lin Suen truly has an extraordinary presence. Please, have a seat.
Manager Zhao. On the phone, you said my grandmother stored something at Tianbao Pavilion. What is it?
Don't be in such a hurry, young lady. Have some tea first. We can talk slowly. This jade pendant was left to you by your grandmother.
She gave it to me before she passed away.
Ah, it's a treasure. This jade is called Psychic Bone, and it was her personal item back then. Unfortunately, this jade shouldn't have been passed to you.
What do you mean?
Miss Lin, when your grandmother retired from the appraisal world, she signed an agreement with us at Tianbao Pavilion. This Psychic Bone was hers in name only, but it could not be passed down to descendants. If she were ever gone, the pendant must be returned to Tianbao Pavilion to be sealed away.
Girl, there's an old clay teapot under the tea table, and it just spoke. That agreement is a fake. Your grandmother never signed such a thing. The Chamber of Commerce seal from 40 years ago is long void. They forged it.
How is this possible? Grandmother never mentioned this to me.
Mr. Lin might not have had the chance to say it, but it doesn't matter. Tianbao Pavilion is not an unreasonable place. How about this? You can take the jade pendant today, but in exchange, you must do one thing for me. Tell me if that painting is real or fake.
Girl, don't look. That painting is coated with chemicals, specifically targeting holders of the spirit bone. The moment you use your vision, the toxins will enter your eyes, and you'll be blind within 3 days.
Miss Lin, please.
Miss Lin, wipe your hands first. To appraise a painting, your hands must be clean.
Don't touch it. There's chemicals on the towel too. They want to ruin your hands first, then ruin your eyes.
Ha 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 ha.
Manager Zhao? This Huang Gong Wang is a fake. The chemicals on the painting are made from soul-breaking grass, oil, mixed with musk and borneol, specifically to ruin an appraiser's eyes. The chemicals on the towel are even more toxic. Once it touches your skin, your fingerprints will be completely corroded within 3 days. Am I right? Manager Zhao, Dr. Li. 3 years ago, you conspired to end my grandmother's life, and today you want to ruin my eyes and hands. You want evidence? The chemicals on this painting, the toxins on this towel, plus the fake death certificate Li Jianguo forged 3 years ago, and the records of the illegal cremation. Is that enough? Is this enough?
How did you...
Officer, did you record all that?
We have the whole recording. Miss Lin, stay calm. We're downstairs. 3 minutes.
Useless. You're all useless.
Ow, that fall almost ruined me. This monk is insane.
Zhao Sanjin. It's been 40 years. It's time to settle Mr. Lin Suwen's debt today.
Shen. President Shen won't let you get away with this.
Don't worry, Shen Wanjun. He's already in another car. You two can keep each other company on the way.
Dr. Li, before my grandmother passed away, she told me to give you a message. Justice will be served.
Girl, when did you call 911?
After I finished the statement last night, I privately told the officer about the suspicious points from 3 years ago. In the last month before Grandma passed away, all her hospital records vanished into thin air. He helped me check Li Jianguo's background, and found his wife's surname is Zhao. Following that lead, we found Zhao Sanjin. They set today's trap, but I set one too.
You're even more ruthless than your grandmother.
I have to be to survive. Old Xuan, there's still one person at large.
Shen Wanjun.
He's the president of the Appraisal Association, with connections everywhere. Zhao Sanjin was just an enforcer, but he is the real mastermind. Grandma's sandalwood box is still missing, so I'm staying in this building until I find it.
Miss Lin, let me introduce myself. I'm Zhou, the curator of the Provincial Museum. 40 years ago, I was your grandmother's student. I'm sorry. I was young when the teacher had her accident, and I couldn't do anything. Today, I can finally do something for her.
Curator Zhou, please don't be like this.
When she taught me how to appraise antiques, she said in this profession, you need a sharp eye and a righteous heart. Later, she was framed, forced out of Liu Lichang, and couldn't touch another antique until the day she was gone. This is an offer from the Provincial Museum. Miss Lin, I would like to invite you to be our special cultural relic appraiser. No degree required, no experience required. Just based on how you recognized the Yuan blue and white porcelain last night and saw through the soul-breaking grass trap today, your vision is more than enough.
Curator Zhou,
Don't refuse just yet. I know where your grandmother's sandalwood box is. It's in the basement vault of Tianbao Pavilion, number 017. But the key to the vault is with Shen Wanjun. If you want to get it, you need a legal identity to legitimately investigate him, interrogate him, and make him talk. This offer is your ultimate authority. Here. Young lady, take the offer. If your grandmother knew her granddaughter became the museum's appraiser, she could rest in peace.
Director Zhou, I'll take it. But I have one condition. Regarding Shen Wanjun's case, I want to be fully involved in the investigation.
No problem. Tomorrow morning at 10, at the museum conference room for the task force's first meeting. Be there on time.
Grandma, I've joined the museum. I'll finish the path you started, and I'll uncover the truth you couldn't. Those who ruined you, I won't let a single one of them go. Old Xuan, are there many antiques in this building?
Plenty. In this hallway alone, there are 6 modern paintings, but they're all lifeless. However, that orchid to your left, the clay pot underneath it, is from the Qing dynasty. It just greeted me.
Be serious. I'm here to meet the task force today.
Girl, I must warn you. Last night, I spoke with that fragment of Tianbao Pavilion's old purple clay teapot. He said that Shen Wanjun isn't best at appraising treasures, but at winning people over. In his 30 years in power, his students have filled the entire cultural relic system. In today's task force, not everyone might be on our side.
I know, which is why I must come. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
You're Lin Suwen's granddaughter?
I am. And you are?
Lin Suwen, former chief appraiser of Liu Licheng and Jianggu Hall. In 1983, for suspected bribery and falsifying appraisal reports, he was expelled by Liu Licheng Chamber of Commerce. He left the appraisal world that same year and passed away in Jiangnan in 2021. The cause was listed as organ failure, but there was no autopsy report. I'm in charge of your grandmother's case.
Are you on the task force?
Cultural Relics Crime Investigation Bureau. Lu Yanzhou, assigned to the Provincial Department, responsible for the evidence review of the Shen Wanjun case and suspect interrogations. Miss Lin, I've heard so much about you.
Officer Liu, do you have a problem with me?
Sit. Before Curator Zhou and the others arrive, I have a few questions for you. First question. Last night at Tianbao Pavilion, how did you know that the fake Huang Gongwang painting was coated in fatal herbal oil?
The scent of that herb is unique, with a hint of bitter almond, and it turns into pale yellow oil when heated. The painting was hanging across from the tea table, where Zhao Sanjin was brewing tea, and as the steam rose, oil began to seep from the edges. I saw it with my own eyes.
The night before at Shiguang Pavilion, how did you recognize at a glance that the Yuan blue and white jar was a top-tier national relic?
That jar featured the Guiguzi, Descending the Mountain motif, a standard Yuan blue and white style. The original was auctioned at Christie's in 05 for over $200 million. The news was everywhere. I haven't taken professional appraisal classes, but I enjoy reading related books and watching documentaries.
Then, the third question. Before your grandmother passed away, did she give you a jade pendant?
He knows about the pendant. Who told him? Was it Curator Zhou or someone from Shen Wanjin's side? Officer Liu, does this question have to do with my grandmother's case?
Yes, and it's very important. See for yourself.
Smuggling tokens. 40 years ago, Shen Wanjin targeted my grandmother's jade pendant and even framed her for smuggling.
This file was stolen 3 years ago from the Liu Licheng Chamber of Commerce's old warehouse. The thief hasn't been found, but coincidentally, the time the file went missing and the time your grandmother passed were only 7 days apart. So, Miss Lin, I'll ask one more time. Is that jade pendant on you?
Yes.
Hand it over. I need to register it as evidence.
Officer Liu, this jade pendant is an heirloom from my grandmother and has nothing to do with any smuggling case. The false claims made by Shen Wanjun 40 years ago cannot be used as grounds to seize my personal property. Unless you can produce a search warrant or a seizure order from the court, I have the right to refuse.
Just as the records described, the granddaughter of Lin Suwen is stubborn and even tougher than she looks. No search warrant needed. I'm not here to seize your things today. I'm here to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
The case of Shen Wanjun seems to be about Tianbao Pavilion's fraud and intentional assault, but it centers on a massive cultural relic smuggling case in Liulicheng 40 years ago. Shen Wanjun was the head of the Chamber of Commerce investigation team. He used his power to act as a shield for several smuggling rings. Your grandmother was the only one who held evidence of his crimes, and she was ruined because of that evidence. That evidence is now locked in a sandalwood box inside safe 017 in the basement of Tianbao Pavilion. You can't get it without me.
You have the key to the safe?
The key is with Shen Wanjun, but at 3 o'clock this morning, Shen Wanjun tried to end it all in detention. He's now in the ICU at the Provincial People's Hospital. His only condition for talking is the release of his son, Shen Yichen. Otherwise, he'll never speak.
Shen Wanjun has a son?
Shen Yichen, a 26-year-old Harvard art history graduate and the nominal heir to Tianbao Pavilion. But he fell out with his father 3 years ago and went to Jingdezhen to be a potter. After news of Shen Wanjun's arrest broke last night, he rushed back to the capital overnight and staying at a guest house in the east of the city. I need you to come find him with me. You're the victim's family. Your presence will break his defenses, and you need me to open safe 017. It's a win-win.
Could Shen Wanjun's son really be the breakthrough? Or is this another trap? Officer Liu? How do I know you're not one of Shen Wanjun's men? Officer Liu. How do I know you're not one of Shen Wanjun's people?
Because my father was a cultural relic smuggling police officer who was ruined by Shen Wanjun's gang. This scar was left by Shen Wanjun's men 20 years ago. I was 8 years old that year. Believe it or not, but there's only one chance.
Yanzo, you're already here. I thought you weren't coming until this afternoon, and this is...
Curator Zhou. We've met. Officer Liu, the deal, I accept. When do we leave?
Now. One more thing. The day your grandmother was gone, the last call she made was to someone named A. Yuan. The call lasted 1.5 minutes. Who is that? Do you know them?
A Yuan? A Yuan is my grandmother's nickname for me. He used to call me that as a kid, but ever since middle school, he never did again. Grandma called me before she died? How did I not know?
You didn't get it right. Because your grandma's last call was intercepted and diverted. The interceptor? It's a number under Shen Wanjun's name. Let's go. I'll tell you more in the car.
Girl, your grandma wanted to talk to you at the end. That scum, Shen Wanjun, didn't even let her do that.
Old Xuan, I must find that wooden box. Whether it's for evidence or for Grandma and the last words she wanted to say.
He lives in the last room on the second floor.
That's Shen Yichen.
After returning, he opened a pottery studio in Jingdezhen. He rarely returns to the capital. He's practically cut ties with his father. You lead the questioning. I'll assist. Don't reveal I'm a cop. Say you're a reporter interviewing for Shen Wanjun's case.
Will he believe it?
That's for you to solve. Appraiser Lin. Show me what you're capable of in Tianbao Pavilion.
Mr. Shen.
The guest house is closed today. If it's an interview, I'm not interested. You're not a reporter. You're a cop.
How could you tell?
Your posture. When you got out of the car, you scanned all the exits first. That's a habit of the police. You aren't a reporter either. You are Lin Suwen's granddaughter.
How do you know that?
Because I met your grandmother. 3 years ago, the day before she passed, she came here. Come in. It's time you knew the truth. Including why my father took out Lin Suwen and who his real backer is. I built this secret room 3 years ago. My dad doesn't know about it.
My grandmother was here.
She couldn't even walk when she arrived. 2 volunteers had to carry her wheelchair up. She told me so much that day. About her youth. About Liu Lichang. And about a jade pendant. She said her biggest regret in life was trusting her junior too much.
Shen Wanjun is your father. So why are you helping us?
My mother also passed away 3 years ago. Listed as multi-organ failure. Exactly like Lin Suwen. When my mom died, my dad refused an autopsy and had her cremated that same day. I was in America then, and didn't even get to say goodbye. Since then, I've been investigating, looking into my father, Tianbao Pavilion, and the 40-year-old cold case of Liu Lichang. In the end, I found out that my mom, your grandmother, and 3 other appraisers from back then were all taken out by the same person. My father was just a tool.
Who was it then?
It's on the last page of the diary, but it's unfinished. You'll see when you read it.
The name is incomplete. Dear father was interrupted here.
He wasn't interrupted. He was too afraid to write it. My father was always shrewd. He knew the diary could be stolen, so the most core secret he hid somewhere else. This photo. Your grandmother gave it to me before she passed. She said if one day her granddaughter found this place, I should give it to her. Do you know this person?
No. Who is he? Who is he?
His name is Wen Shuli, the Secretary General of the Glass Chamber of Commerce 40 years ago, and the mentor to your grandmother and my father. Look at this person closely.
This man, I've seen him before. Last month, in an internal report from the Ministry of Public Security regarding an Interpol red notice, his photo was there.
A red notice? Who is he?
Gu Yanshan. He has at least a dozen aliases, internationally known as the Professor. Over the last 40 years, 1/3 of the top-tier relics smuggled out of Southeast Asia have passed through his hands. Interpol has chased him for 30 years, only capturing 2 blurry profile shots. If he's the mastermind behind Shen Wanjun, then this case is beyond the provincial department's control.
40 years ago, Gu Yanshan used the Glass Merchant Guild's smuggling network to traffic cultural relics. My grandmother found evidence, but was framed and expelled by Shen Wanjun. 3 years ago, she discovered Gu Yanshan's true identity, so she was taken out. Shen Yuchen's mother, and 3 other appraisers, were all ruined for the same reason. So on the last page of the diary, the name Shen Wanjun found was Gu Yanshan. He didn't dare write it, because writing it meant he was gone. But he ended up gone anyway.
He's not gone yet. My father was just a tool used for 30 years. And now that he's useless, Gu Yanshan wants him gone. But what he wants most isn't my father's life. It's your psychic bone.
What secret does this jade hold that's worth all these lives and 40 years of chasing?
I'm not entirely sure. But your grandmother said one thing before she left. The psychic bone isn't just a key for appraisal. It's a living map to those missing relics. If Gu Yanshan wants to find his stolen goods hidden worldwide, he must have this jade. In his later years, my father's biggest fear was that after Gu Yanshan got the spirit bone, he would be cast aside. So he hid the key to the safe in Tianbao Pavilion's basement. Gu Yanshan doesn't know where the key is, which is why my father is still alive.
What did you say? The key isn't with Shen Wanjun.
Your grandmother gave me this key to keep 3 years ago. She said when her granddaughter arrives one day, let her open safe 017 herself.
Girl, this key is made of ancient meteoric iron, the same material as your grandmother's jade. The two pieces will resonate when they touch.
Thank you, Shen Yuchen. I don't know what to say.
No need for thanks. I'm not doing this for you, but for my mother. I'm trying to make up for the sins my father committed. I can't fix it all, but it's better than doing nothing. By the way, one more thing. Gu Yanshan's code name is Professor. Can you guess his current public identity?
What?
Honorary Professor of Archaeology at Capital University, member of the National Relic Appraisal Committee, the personal disciple of Wen Shuli, and current chairman of the Liuli Chamber of Commerce, Gu Huayuan. 40 years ago, Gu Yanshan used the alias Gu Huayuan, infiltrating the chamber as a victim's family member, and climbed his way to the top. For these 40 years, every major relic appraisal report in the country had to pass through his hands. With just a few simple changes, a national treasure turns from real to fake, or fake to real, and leaves the country without any obstacles. Arrest him? First, figure out how to deal with the powerful people protecting him.
Last month, Gu Huayuan, as the chairman of the chamber, donated appraisal equipment to the Ministry of Public Security. During his speech, he shook our leader's hand and said, "Fighting relic crimes is everyone's responsibility. This snake is hiding deep."
No matter how deep he hides, he'll slip up eventually. Officer Liu, I'm going to open safe 017. Then I'll investigate Gu Huayuan. You don't have to get involved. After all, he's your leader's honored guest.
Not involved. I've waited 20 years for this day. This scar was left by Gu Huayuan's men. I was only 8 years old then. Right in front of me, they burned my father's belongings and said, "Our boss took out your father. What can you do?" It's been 20 years. What can I do? I'll show him today.
Lin, did you get the key?
Curator Zoe, I need to be clear before opening the safe. The mastermind behind Shen Wanjun is Gu Huayuan.
I suspected as much. When my teacher was ruined 40 years ago, Gu Huayuan was the first to turn on him and report him. Since then, he's been rising fast. I've suspected him for 20 years, but had no proof. Open it. The contents are the evidence your grandmother risked everything for.
Girl, turn it.
Grandma.
Yuan, by the time you read this letter, Grandma will likely be gone. Don't cry. I've lived for over 70 years, and my greatest pride isn't the title of Liu Changlin Ban Chang from back then, but having you as my granddaughter. Here is the secret I've kept for 40 years. In 1983, I used my psychic bone ability to uncover that within Liu Chang Chamber of Commerce, there was a massive relic smuggling network. The mastermind used the alias Gu Yanshan with the internal codename Professor. His true identity is a graduate student of archaeology at Capital University, Gu Huayuan. Everyone thought he was an outsider with no connection to the smuggling case. I gathered all the evidence of his involvement in smuggling and stored it on microfilm. Before I could submit it, he struck first. He had Shen Wanjun forge evidence to frame me for taking bribes, getting me expelled from Licheng. Over the following years, he rose through the ranks, becoming the Chamber of Commerce president and a member of the National Appraisal Committee. The appraisers who investigated him with me passed away one by one. Yuan, Grandma left this letter for you, not for you to seek revenge for Grandma, but to bring the truth to light. so that the national treasures lost overseas can one day return home. Go and do what you believe is right. Don't be afraid. Grandma is watching you from above. Lin Suen, final words.
Grandma. I'll remember. Curator Zhou, the microfilm contains 40 years of smuggling evidence against Gu Huayuan, and this notebook should be my grandmother's work log. I need the task force to digitize the backup overnight to prevent the evidence from being destroyed.
Leave it to me. I've already notified the Ministry of Public Security and the National Cultural Heritage Administration. By tomorrow morning, all of Gu Huayuan's public movements will be under surveillance.
No need to wait until tomorrow. I just received news. Gu Huayuan is at 7 tonight, at the Capitol Hotel hosting a Returned Overseas Relics charity auction gala. Half the appraisal world is there. The Provincial Museum just confirmed that the Yuan blue and white jar was barely in the warehouse before he personally authorized it to be moved to the gala as an exhibit.
What is he planning? Targeting the jar in front of everyone?
Not targeting it, laundering it. At tonight's auction, he will publicly announce that after his reappraisal, the jar is just a modern replica, then sell it at a low price to an overseas buyer for charity. By the time the task force moves tomorrow, the real treasure will be a fake, already smuggled out of the country. This is legal smuggling in front of the whole world.
What time does the banquet start? How much time is left?
It's already 6:30. From here to the Capitol Hotel, it takes 20 minutes without traffic.
That's enough. Officer Liu, give me a ride. Curator Zhou, contact the task force and set up surveillance at the hotel immediately. Tonight, in front of everyone, I'm going to expose Gu Huayuan.
Madam, this is a charity gala. You need an invitation.
Let her in. She's the new special appraiser for the Provincial Museum, Miss Lin Wanqing, and the descendant of an old friend. Miss Lin, I've long heard of the great Lin Suen Madame, but never had the chance to meet. To see her granddaughter today at my humble auction is truly a pleasant surprise. Please, come in. Tonight, we have a piece of Yuan blue and white porcelain. It's a perfect time to ask Miss Lin to take a look.
Girl, this man's aura is off. He's no ordinary appraiser. I've lived for 600 years, and I've only felt this aura from one other place, the Forbidden City vaults, from those famous artifacts dug out of Warring State's tombs.
President Gu, it's an honor. I'll be watching tonight's auction closely.
Distinguished guests, our final item tonight is the Yuan blue and white Guiguzi, Descending the Mountain Jar. After my personal reappraisal, the glaze bubbles, cobalt coloring, and base texture show clear differences from a genuine Yuan piece. It's a high-quality Republic-era replica. Though not original, its craftsmanship is superb, and it remains highly collectible. To support the return of overseas relics, starting bid is $800,000, all proceeds going to charity. Starting at $800,000, any bidders?
Wait a moment.
Miss Lin, do you have any advice?
President Gu, this is from 3 days ago, an appraisal report from the Provincial Museum. It's written in black and white. The Yuan Dynasty blue and white jar is an authentic Yuan piece and a first-class national relic. In the appraiser's signature section, it's stamped with your seal. The same item was authentic 3 days ago, but today it's a Republic-era fake. President Gu, do your standards change whenever an auction requires it?
Miss Lin, being young and bold is good, but in the appraisal business, the biggest mistake is treating someone else's report as gospel. I signed that report 10 days ago. I only saw photos and documents then, without seeing the item in person.
After handling it tonight, I realized the previous conclusion was wrong. Having the courage to correct mistakes, isn't that an appraiser's basic duty? Miss Lin, you are Miss Lin Suwen's granddaughter. Family legacy isn't enough in this field. You need experience and wisdom. Regarding the appraisal, I'll visit you personally to teach you another day. How about that?
President Gu is right. Appraising treasures isn't just about reports. You must inspect them by hand. Curator Zhou, please bring the items up.
The equipment is calibrated and ready for testing at any time.
President Gu, this spectrometer can perform non-destructive analysis of the porcelain glaze's chemical makeup. Yuan Dynasty Blue and White used Samara cobalt, which has high iron and extremely low manganese content, with a ratio usually above 10. Republic-era fakes use chemical cobalt, with a ratio usually below 3. Do you dare, in front of the guests and media, and let this machine test a single point on that jar? It only takes 3 minutes. If the data shows a ratio lower than 5, I'll apologize on the spot and buy this jar with my own money. But if the ratio is higher than 10, then your reappraisal is just a blatant lie in front of the whole world.
Girl, this move is ruthless. If he refuses, he looks guilty. If he agrees, once the data is out, his reputation will be ruined forever.
Miss Lin, are you sure you want to do this here?
I am sure, President Gu, please. Didn't you say that correcting mistakes is a basic professional duty? Then let the machine correct it. It's the most objective way.
President Gu, since Miss Lin suggested a scientific test, to prove your innocence, you should let her test it.
Yeah. A test won't hurt the jar. True gold doesn't fear the fire.
Fine! Ha 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 ha! Lin Suwen's granddaughter certainly came prepared. But Miss Lin, before the test, I'd like to ask you a question.
What question?
That jade pendant on your chest? Your grandmother left it to you, right? Can I take a look at it? This jade is called psychic bone. 40 years ago, Liu Lichang Chamber of Commerce opened a case to investigate its origins. According to the records, this jade surfaced during the Republican era from a looted Han Dynasty tomb. Its formal name is Psychic Burial Ju, a funerary object placed in the deceased's mouth to bridge the living and the dead. Your grandmother was expelled from the Chamber of Commerce for illegal possession of artifacts and using her fame to sway appraisals. She was stripped of her status. Now her granddaughter brings the same burial object, standing here to question my appraisal. Miss Lin, tell me, can we trust the judgment of someone carrying something dug up from a grave? Is she even credible?
Miss Lin, this jade. Is this jade really a looted artifact? Do you even have the papers for it?
Is what President Gu said true? Was your grandmother really expelled because of this?
Girl, don't be afraid of him. What he said about the burial objects is half true and half false. This jade is indeed from the Han Dynasty, but it's not a burial object. It's a psychic jade pendant worn by Han Dynasty court appraisers, a legitimate heirloom. When your grandmother was expelled, he was the one who forged the records. If you let him intimidate you, in front of all these people, your grandmother's 40 years of injustice will never be cleared.
President Gu, you say this jade is a burial object, so you surely won't mind if I test it with a spectrometer. Excavated jades buried for a long time have soil penetration on the surface, and their trace element composition is totally different from heirlooms. One test will tell. But if I prove this is an heirloom, President Gu, what you just said would be public defamation. Do you dare to bet?
President Gu, the countdown for the Yuan Blue and White jar test begins. Meanwhile, Miss Lin, if your jade pendant needs testing, we can use another portable device to do it simultaneously. The data will be ready instantly, displayed on the big screen in real time, with everyone here as a witness.
No need for a test. Since Miss Lin insists on using a machine to challenge my 40 years of expertise, then tonight's auction is cancelled. The jar will be returned to the Provincial Museum for further appraisal. Oh, right. I'm getting old, and my memory is failing me. I forgot to remind you all of something. The fire system in this banquet hall, I think I accidentally triggered it just now.
The jar.
Forget the jar.
Gu Huayuan escaped from the backstage. He has a weapon.
If the jar is ruined, there will be no more evidence to prove it's authentic. That's exactly what he's waiting for.
Get down.
Liu Yanzhou.
Stop shouting. Take this. Chase him. All units, listen up. Suspect Gu Huayuan is fleeing through the back alley with a weapon. Block all exits. Repeat, block all exits. Gu Huayuan. It's a dead end. Drop the weapon.
Liu Yanzhou, it's been 20 years. You're all grown up now. Your father had a message for you before he passed. He said he has no regrets. People like you will never understand what we do.
What have you done? Smuggling artifacts? Silencing witnesses? You didn't even spare your own colleagues. How do you justify that?
Oh, you're young. You don't understand. 40 years. From Liulichang to Capital University, from archaeological sites to the National Artifact Committee. In this position, I've watched batch after batch of national treasures be unearthed, studied, and then locked away in dark warehouses, never to see the light of day again. Those artifacts were buried for thousands of years, and finally saw the light of day. Was it just to be given a warehouse number in some museum? The whole world should see them, and they should be kept by those who truly appreciate them. I'm not a smuggler. I'm letting civilization flow. Letting it flow.
Nice speech. But for every piece you move, who are the buyers? International smuggling rings and private collectors. They're locked in Swiss bank vaults, never to see the light of day again. Your so-called flow is just moving things from Chinese graves into foreign safes. And another thing, do you say you're letting civilization flow? Then what about my grandmother? What about my mother? What about Shen Yuchen's mother? What about the 3 appraisers you took out? Where did their lives flow to?
Lin Suen, your grandmother was a genius. When it comes to the spirit bone, she knew far more than I did. It's just a shame she was so stubborn. I visited her personally to propose a partnership. If she had agreed to work with me back then, the entire Southeast Asian antique market would have been ours. But she refused. She said artifacts have roots and should never leave their soil. Roots? What roots? Once people are gone and turned to dust, who remembers where their roots were?
Gu Huayuan, drop the gun. If you move again, I will fire.
Go ahead. If you do, my ledgers from the last 40 years, my list of contacts, and overseas warehouse coordinate will all be ruined with me. You can search all you want, but you won't find them in a lifetime. I, Gu Huayuan, have lived to 73. That's enough. But you, young ladies, do you think you've won? Tianbao Pavilion, Liulichang, Chamber of Commerce Committee. I've planted seeds in this industry for 40 years. You take me down today, and 10 more Gu Huayuan will rise tomorrow. As long as the profit from smuggling relics is high enough, someone will always play this game. You can't catch them all. Ha 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 ha.
You're right, we can't catch them all. But you're wrong about one thing. I'm not doing this to catch every criminal, but to make those who want to do evil think about the price before they act. You took my grandmother's life, and so many others. Do you think your name will be remembered alongside those lost national treasures? It won't. In tomorrow's headlines, you'll be Gu Huaiyuan, a relic smuggler and a murderer. Every treasure you sold overseas will be marked as lost through illegal channels. Your name will be forever shamed. That is the price.
Lin Suen? You won. You won 40 years ago. You said nothing when you were gone, asked for nothing, and just left so quietly. I thought I had won, but it turns out you left a granddaughter behind.
Gu Huaiyuan, you are suspected of taking a life, smuggling first-class national relics, bribery, and forging appraisal reports. You're under arrest.
In that wooden box, 017, there's more than just your grandmother's evidence. There's also a complete map of coordinates for an overseas warehouse. I've hidden it for 40 years. Not even Shen Wanjun knows. That warehouse holds 372 national treasures, my private collection from the last 40 years that I couldn't bear to sell. From Shang and Zhou bronzes to Song and Yuan paintings, every piece is a masterpiece. They were supposed to be buried with me, but now they're yours. As payment for your grandmother's life.
Today, we are proudly exhibiting 372 precious artifacts recovered from overseas. These artifacts were recovered based on evidence collected by Lin Suen 40 years ago. Through the joint efforts of the Ministry of Public Security, the National Cultural Heritage Administration, and Interpol, after 3 months across 7 countries, they have all returned home safely. On behalf of the Provincial Museum, I would like to pay my highest respects to the late Lin Suen. He used his life to protect the journey home for these national treasures. I also want to thank his granddaughter, our specially appointed appraiser, Miss Lin Wangqing. She completed the unfinished work of Mr. Lin.
Why don't you go up and say a few words?
Today belongs to my grandmother. I won't take the spotlight.
By the way, while organizing the Gu Huaiyuan case files yesterday, I found this. It's a letter he wrote for you before he was taken.
Lin Wanqing, by the time you read this, I will likely be gone. Late-stage liver cancer, 6 months left at most. I've done many wrong things in this life. And I don't plan to repent, because repenting is meaningless. But there's one thing I want to tell you. Before your grandmother passed, I went to see her one last time. She told me, "Senior brother, I don't hate you. You chose your path. I chose mine. And now we're even." I've never been forgiven in my entire life. Your grandmother was the first, and the only one. That's why I left you the coordinates to the overseas warehouse. It's not for atonement. It's because only her granddaughter is worthy of those things. Final words of Gu Huaiyuan.
What did you write?
A riddle, an unimportant one. Grandma, 372 pieces, all here. Do you see them?
She sees them. Not only does she see them, she's been by your side the whole time. The true use of the spirit bone. You haven't fully mastered it yet. When the day comes that you can hear it, it will tell you itself.
Grandma. Your path? I'll keep walking it without looking back.